Friday football night under the lights, Shawnee Mission South District Stadium. I am Tyler Williams.
And I'm Scott Johnson, and it's definitely very chilly here, 45 degrees at kickoff, and perfect football weather for these guys to be playing in.
It's true. Both teams coming in here. North, not a good record this year. They're about 0-8, and Shawnee Mission East 6-2. What do we expect to see from both teams?
Well, you definitely know that East is going to pass the ball. Jordan Darling, very highly recruited prospect for the Lancers, and so I think they're going to stick with him and Connor Rellahan. They're going to have a good combination. A game dubbed the Nut Cup by Indians and Lancers alike as we get set for the first play from scrimmage here. The Indians will have the ball at the 14-yard line.
And the handoff, and he stopped. Not a gain of a yard on that one, and they stopped him pretty short.
Yeah, Shawnee Mission North leading the league in leading the Sunflower League in rushing yards so far this year. Of course, those yards are split between 4 different main running backs. As we see, number 28, Caleb Denman, hobbling off. That's definitely not a good sign considering Jesse Patterson and Henry Bell, the 1 and 2 string running backs for the Indians, are out.
And number 7, just barely gets it. Comes off his fingertips, incomplete pass. Pass intended for number 7, Marcus Oropeza.
Yeah, and that's definitely, I think that's what the Indians need to do in this game. I think East is coming in expecting North to run the ball just because they're so prominent at that all season. I think North needs to shake things up and kind of throw a curveball at the Lancers just so that they have a chance. Of course, Indians haven't won a game yet this season, and the Lancers are 6-2.
We definitely need to see more of a pass game from, and number 4 is sacked. Nick Finazzo gets sacked.
Number 49, taking him down in Buckfield, Bucky Kessinger.
And already starting off the game, not very strong by North. They do need to pass it though. They're strong fullbacks. The starter and second string are both injured, so that's going to hurt their running game tonight.
Yeah, they definitely need to. I mean, they should stick to what they know best, which is running the football. But I think they definitely need to shake things up, just to keep East on their toes. Don't want them to get set in anything.
Oh, high snap punt. Oh, and it's dropped.
Punt.
And it looks like East is still going to get that.
That's number 30, Connor Rellahan, on the return. Luckily, he fell on his own fumble.
Yep, fell right on the ball. It's what you need to do in that situation. Do not want to give them a chance to already just open up back 2-2 drives.
Yeah, and here we're going to see our first look this year at Jordan Darling, the senior quarterback from Shawnee Mission East, transfer from Waco, Texas this year. He's already committed to KU next year, which is Division I school, as many people know. There's the inside handoff to Patrick Blackburn. Short gain on the play.
Yep, not many yardage there. Shawnee Mission D-line was really good there.
No gain on the
stop
play.
the run.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, and on the other end of the spectrum, the Indians are leading the Sunflower League in rushing yards, and in the cellar are the Lancers. However, it's the opposite way around on passing as we see Jordan Darling dropping back for his first pass.
Already? Wow! Number 30, Connor Rellahan, gets a touchdown early on into the game, and we already know Connor Rellahan is Jordan Darling's go-to receiver. As you can see here, lines up, looks, passes, just launches it downfield, gets away from the receiver, and goes into the end zone with the touchdown.
Yeah, that's number 22, Dylan Rogers, getting beat on the coverage. He just couldn't get his head turned around in time. He needs to be ready for that, especially East looking to pass often tonight.
And here we go with the extra point. It's up and it's good. Your score already is 7 East, 0 North.
Extra point is good. Lancers.
Yeah, very quick drive, 2 plays there for the Lancers. I think the North defense definitely has to slow down their passing game. North is right in the middle of the Sunflower League in their pass defense, but they're last in their rush defense, which will be an interesting combination along with East being last in their run offense and being very good on their pass offense. They score that touchdown, and here we go with the kickoff. Unit set to kick off for East.
All right, and the return breaks away from that tackle. He keeps going on his feet, and he's finally brought down at around the 35.
Yeah, solid return by Caleb Denman. He's very fast back for the Indians. He runs the 100 meters in track as well. There he is. As you see a replay from the first play scrimmage. He's going to get a lot of carries tonight, considering that Henry Bell and Jesse Patterson, two of the main rushers for the Indians, are going to be out, as well as Mario Lewis, the sophomore who came in to replace those two. Quick snap to Mike Lewis. It didn't look like Nick Finazzo was ready for that. Luckily, quick hands by Mike Williams to grab it and get back to the line of scrimmage at least.
Yeah, definitely not much going on right now for North in this first quarter. We hope to see better later on for the game.
Yeah, they definitely need to get some good line protection because, as we saw earlier, Nick Finazzo, the quarterback from North, is going to put the ball on the receiver's hands. He just needs some time. Can't let him get sacked like we saw earlier.
Saw a little reverse action there. Not many, probably gain of about 2 or 3.
Jacob Langley.
Yep, it's already third down and long again for the Indians. Last time they got sacked on third down, and that's definitely not the down that you want to get sacked on. So let's see if the protection can be any better. Let's see whether North is going to pass the ball or whether they're going to hand it off, stick with their running game, which has been so prominent so far this season. Let's see what happens. Nick Finazzo in the pistol, drops back to pass.
Oh, they're about, and he finds an open receiver, wide open, number 38. Jukes the defender there, stays on his feet, and he's pushing him back, and that is a big gain, just wide open. I don't know where the the East defense even was on that play.
Yeah, I don't know. He found, as you can see here, he looked at his primary receiver, wasn't there, and he finds Max Payne there, wide open in the middle of the field. Yards after the catch too. North is almost in scoring range now. They're at the East 23-yard line, it looks like. Good field position and a first down. That's definitely what they need. They need to keep East on their toes. Let's see if they can do it again, whether they're going to run the ball or whether they're going to pass.
It looks like it's going to be an inside handoff.
Solid run there. As we said earlier, Mike Williams, a fourth-string running back coming into the season, getting the majority of the carries tonight, considering everybody's hurt for the Indians.
Yeah, it is quite a nice surprise to see them switch up from running almost every play. That pass, like you saw there, showing what the QB for North can actually do. Another inside handoff there.
Let's see if they got the first down. It looks like they're going to give him the spot. Yep, they're giving it to him. North keeps pounding the ball. That's what they know best. Now that they're able to run the ball successfully, they're able to set up play action. As you can see what Nick Finazzo can do. You just need to give him the attempts, which he really hasn't gotten. He's only got about 40 pass attempts so far this season.
Oh, and there we go with another one. And just a little bit too over for the open receiver, number 7, Marcus Oropeza.
Yeah, double coverage. I don't know if that was exactly the best decision, but he definitely placed the ball where he wanted to. He put it on the outside of the pylon so that none of the defenders could get it. He just kind of overthrew the receiver Oropeza there. Number 11, Ricky Gonzalez looks to be coming in, giving the play to the huddle here. Another thing that I could see North doing in this game is maybe going to a little bit no huddle. They've relied on that huddle, and if they could do a no huddle, that might keep the Lancers on their toes a little bit more.
Number 13 on the outside position, and he goes down. Jacob Langley on that run.
Solid run there.
Brought down by
Jacob
Ryan
Langley
Carter.
also getting a number of carries there, kind of being that wing back in the place of Jesse Patterson. Tackled by number 55, Ryan Carter there.
3 yards on the play, brings up 3rd down and 7.
It is now 3rd and 7 here on this red zone drive.
Yeah, let's see. They're in the end zone, and I know they can smell it. Let's see what they can do here. Nick Finazzo in the pistol. Hands it off. Barely gets back to the line. So they're going to have a 4th and 6, looks like. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Graylis has them do. North hasn't attempted a field goal yet this season. Let's see what they do here. Number 15, Armando Contreras. Looks like he's on the field.
Looks like it is going to be a field goal attempt. I mean, 3 points are better than 0 points, you know?
Yeah, definitely. North can get whatever momentum they can. They'll take it. Of course, we got to watch out. Nick Finazzo holding for the Indians. Let's see if they can run a fake. Looks like it's up. And it is no good.
So 3 points not up on the board for North, so it will remain 7 to East, 0 to North.
Yeah, I mean, even though they didn't put points on the board, which is definitely what they wanted in that situation, it showed them that they can throw the ball on this defense.
They can, and they have showed that for that one play. The connection was solid, wide open receiver, and he got a good run off of it.
Yeah, definitely, and now what they need to do is turn around, trust their defense here, see what they can do against Jordan Darling.
The safe.
Very prominent East passing game.
Oh, and number 20 on the
Breaks
run.
the tackle.
He keeps going. He's going 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and that's going to be an East touchdown. Number 20 on the play.
Wow, how about that? Troy Wilkins sends it in motion. First play of that drive, scores a touchdown.
And there was no way that the North defense was getting to that one.
Yep, just breaks a few tackles on the outside, and he turns on the afterburners. No one's catching him then. Huge play there for East. They've only run 3 plays from scrimmage and put up 14 points pending this PAT.
And again, that was number 20, Troy Wilkins on the run, the senior this year. Field goal, it's up, and it is good. So that makes your score now East 14 and your North Indians 0.
Yeah, and there's still 5.5 minutes left here in this first quarter, and East has already put up 14 points on the board.
It's going to be a long night for North if they keep letting this happen every drive.
Yeah, they've only let 3 plays go by from scrimmage, and East has already scored 2 touchdowns. So they definitely need to pick up their defense, whether it be different coverages, different looks, disguising their defense. They just need to do something to get Jordan Darling out of a rhythm, because he definitely looks like he's in control of this offense right now.
Jordan Darling is in form so far right now this game, and he has shown it, putting East up 14-0 already this early in the quarter.
Yeah, and even though that was a running play, that last touchdown, he's really the facilitator, the leader of this offense. Hands the ball off, he's willing to do that because he knows that when he hands the ball off and they get that running game going, that'll set up himself for play action in the passing game later in the game.
Oh yeah, and points are overall just a nice confidence booster for each team, or for the team that scores.
Yes, definitely. I'm sure Jordan Darling appreciates that.
All right, and we get set up for another kickoff here.
Yep, 3rd kickoff for Easton. They've only played about 6.5 minutes of the game so far. It's an interesting bunched formation on this kick, a little bit unconventional, but you don't always see conventional from this Shawnee Mission East team. Not a lot of teams pass the football in the Sunflower League, and East definitely does that a whole lot.
Yeah, definitely a weird formation for the special teams, but I guess if it works out, it works. Oh, and he cuts outside. And number 25 finally goes down. And that is Isaiah Shields.
Yeah, solid cutback there. It's defense going one way, they over pursue. The backside of the field is open. He just needs to have that extra burst of speed to get past. Get one guy to beat. And he had an open field in front of him.
That was a pretty nice gain of yards, so can't be disappointed with that. And
yep. Looks like they'll start the ball with the ball on their own 29-yard line.
There we go. He's still running.
Tackler.
Once again, 26. Ben Moeller with a nice run down, or excuse me, 38.
Michael Williams on the carry for the Indians.
Great run there by Mike Williams. As you see, sheds the tackler, keeps those legs turning, gets the first down. Tackle made by Will Oakley.
Great run here. Like we said, both fullbacks, the starter and the second string, are injured here. So it's nice to see their running game still staying positive.
Yeah, that's really an attest to the line. As you see there, another solid run by Jacob Langley. Solid gain of about 4 yards. That's an attest to their line because though the back itself is out, the line is still working just as hard, pushing them back so that they can run the football.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what they can do here. 2nd and 6 from their own 45-yard line.
Oh, bobbles it a little, number 28. And he is stopped. No gain of yards on that. Probably a loss for about 1 or 2.
Caleb Denman on the carry for the Indians.
Yep, it'll be interesting to see what they do here. Their passing game has been successful, but you definitely know that Coach Grayless is wanting to keep the ball on the ground because that's what the team is comfortable with.
But I mean, at a 0-8 record, why not get out of your little comfort zone a little bit? There's nothing else much to lose, really.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. All right, let's see what they do here. Nick Fernazzo drops back to pass, shuffles to his left.
Oh, and 54.
Yeah,
50.
definitely going to be a flag there. Number 54, Will Carter, is an ineligible receiver. Tackle, definitely not a tight end there. So there's going to be an ineligible receiver penalty. I do so believe. Not really much that he could have done there, though. Just he was swallowed up.
Yep.
Not a whole lot of pass protection by this line.
And here we go for the ref's decision.
Let's see here. This would be a nice little break for the defense, for the Lancers. They've been on the field for most of the game as we get the call
Illegal
here.
touch. Offense, 5 yards, loss of down, 4th down.
All right, and there was your call right there. It's going to be now 4th down.
Yeah, 4th and long. Definitely think that they should punt the ball here. Nick Finazzo, their quarterback, doubles as their punter, so can't imagine them running a fake here, but that's always a possibility with your quarterback punting.
And almost nearly blocked. Touch it down at about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that'll be not the greatest punt there. Didn't even get it back to the line of scrimmage. But the Lancers will have great field position starting from about where they did that first drive, where Jordan Darling connected with number 30, Connor Relihan.
Let's see if they can get an early possession touchdown again here on this first and 10 drive.
Yeah, I think North really needs to stop here. Looks like it's a little quarterback keeper there for Jordan Darling. not really known to run the football a lot, but when you're 6'4", 220, why not, you know?
Yeah. A little interesting story about him. He is probably the first high school player to lead a team to victory, run or pass for 100 yards, get a rushing touchdown, and throw a touchdown, a varsity touchdown in about 4 states.
Yeah, he's got 4 different high schools in his 4 years because his family's in the military, and definitely a very impressive statistic. Playing his freshman year on varsity and throwing, passing, and for a touchdown and passing for 100 yards. As you see him there, connect with number 19, Nick
Fiorte.
There he is. As I said, he's 6'4", 220, definitely has the running threat. Hand off to number 45.
And he
down
keeps
the middle.
going. Once again on that play, number 45, David Stewart, just bursting down that middle North defense.
Yep, there's a flag on the play. Let's see what it is, though. Solid run there. Would be enough for the first down. Pending this penalty. Let's get the call. Looks like it's going to be a face mask penalty.
Face mask, defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, now the Lancers haven't scored on the first two plays of this drive, but they've definitely been marching the ball down the field with a good combination of passing from Darling and running from Dave Stewart.
You never really have to get those big plays to score. You can always just take it step by step. Just right there, number 45 in the end zone. David Stewart once again running down the middle, and that will be a touchdown for the East Lancers.
Yeah, and another quick score there by the Lancers. This North defense really just looks. They don't look like they're playing as a unit, Tyler. They look like they're playing as a bunch of individuals, and football is definitely a team sport. It takes all 11 of them, and that's why East has scored 3 touchdowns on them already so far tonight.
And with this extra point, it's good. That'll make it 21, your East Lancers, to 0 Shawnee Mission North.
Yeah, they already scored 3 touchdowns in under 10 minutes of play here.
Johnson County Community College.
Shawnee Mission North holding on for dear life. They need to change something here, whether it be a no huddle offense or whether it be some unconventional style blitzes or something on defense. They really just need to change something. What they've been doing all season hasn't been working. 0-8, and that's not getting it done. So.
No, it's not. You know, East just coming off a loss last week against West. Maybe just taking out a little revenge right now on Shawnee Mission North.
Yeah, they definitely looks like they prepared in practice for this game. Being their senior night, they definitely want to win tonight.
Once again, there's that unusual special teams formation for the kicking team. It's caught. And he finds the outside. It's about 21.
Runs for about 8 yards, but actually runs probably closer to 30, cutting across the field like that. Let's see, they got him marked at the Indian 22-yard line. Let's see if North can get something going.
Maybe North will stick to the air a little bit in this drive and put it downfield, get some good field position for the end zone. And it looks like the run was stopped. Not very many yardage on the play from number 13.
Jacob Langley on
Jacob
the carry,
Langley
2
there.
yards, brought down by Sam Stewart.
If you're
Brings
just
up second
joining
down
us,
and 8.
Jacob Langley, not expected to get a lot of carries this season, considering returning starters Henry Bell and Jesse Patterson from last year, but they're both hurt, along with Mario Lewis, so him and Mike Williams will be getting a lot of carries tonight. Speaking of Mike Williams, there he goes. Breaks the tackle and gets the first down. Huge burst of energy there.
And that was a very good run. Actually, is that the third or fourth string?
Yeah, he's a third string running back. As you see there, absorbs the hit by number 9, Will Oakley.
Third string running back showing what he can do. Now, I guess he's become the first string considering the amount of injuries right now.
Yeah, he's a very solid player. North has, there he is again. It's Jacob Langley on the play. That line for Shawnee Mission North is very good at run protection. As you can see, the success that they're having running the ball with
Jacob Langley on the carry.
Jacob Langley and
Another first
Mike
down for the
Williams.
Indians, brought down by Will Oakley.
Langley, another great run, getting the first down again and picking up quite a few yards for the Indians.
Now I think here the Indians should run some play action, a run fake, and a pass, just because they've been running the ball. And there it is again, and I think East is waiting for it. Tackle made by Patrick Blackburn. Just waiting for that run. Definitely some good scouting going on, as you see here. The hit by number 46, Blackburn.
Patrick Blackburn.
They should switch it up a bit, start passing, get down the field more, give East something they're not expecting, you know? And if you keep running with your team the whole time, your guys are going to get tired.
Yeah, scouting's gotten a lot better nowadays, and you got film on just about every team in just about every league, and everybody knows that North is leading the league in rushing. There's a pass.
Oh, nearly intercepted off the fingertips of number 11, Ricky Gonzalez.
Yeah, that was a solid pass again by Finazzo, putting the ball right on the hands. And he just needs to haul that in there because he was right at the first down marker. It'll be 3rd and 11 now for the Indians. Let's see what they can do here. 9 long.
9 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's see if they maybe perhaps pull out something. Big pass maybe to get down the field for a touchdown late in the first quarter.
There at the top of your screen you can see Marcus Oropeza.
Oh, and he is hit hard and stopped.
Yeah, that's definitely something that East needs coming, a running play. Not super unconventional for the Indians.
All right, and we will hit it down for the sideline interview with our reporter Perry.
Andy, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm really excited about this game. We're doing great already, so hopefully we'll keep up the good spirit and hopefully we'll win.
Andy, there's a special event tonight with the cheerleaders. Tell me about that.
Well, tonight's theme is Halloween, so the cheerleaders, most games will just get bows that kind of represent like what spirit, and so we got tattoos and orange bows, and we're just dressing up as like different people. So yeah, we do it every game, so just trying to keep up the spirit.
Sounds like a lot of fun, Annie. Back to you guys at the box. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Perry.
All right, at the end of one quarter, the Shawnee Mission East Lancers lead the Shawnee Mission North Indians 21-0. As we've already seen, 2 rushing touchdowns by the Lancers. A category that North isn't very good at is containing the run. Let's see if they can fix that coming on later into the game. I know that all week the Indians have been scouting East, and their scouting report is definitely pass heavy with Jordan Darling, the KU prospect. Let's see what they can do. They've now got a 4th and long here. 4th and 13. Nick Finazzo, the quarterback, back to punt. All right. As we get this second quarter underway.
And the snap. Oh, nearly blocked. Almost looked like roughing the kicker a little bit, but you know. And you can see there, number 15 for the Lancers. He is very
definitely frustrated.
definitely
He knew that he
frustrated.
had one right there. Let it slip through his hands.
nearly a pump block, and that would have made a great play right there.
David Stewart, yeah, that would have really built the momentum for the Lancers, though they already have some going, scoring 21 points already in the first quarter. And now, you know, the Indians hate giving it back to Jordan Darling here. Definitely a great quarterback, third in the league in passing. Let's see what he can do.
Definitely East so far on every. Oh, and it's caught by number 41. What a great catch and a great connection. Number 41 on the reception, Mitchell Tyler.
Great play there. Very explosive. Great catch by number 41, as you see here. Jordan Darling, just two-step drop. Great catch. And he's down off to the races. Huge gain. Touchdown saving tackle there for the Indians by number 26, Ben Muller.
Like I was saying, East, every possession has scored, so let's see if nothing much has changed.
Yeah, the Indians definitely need to stop just to, as a little confidence booster. Let's see if they can get it.
The quick pass to number 30, and he is stopped. Number 26 on the tackle, Ben Muller.
Yeah, he just made that touchdown saving tackle. You see here the little screen. Gets through that screen, makes it tackle. Great play by Ben Muller there. First negative play today for the Lancers. Don't see very many of those from them. Usually
From
very
2 and
efficient
14.
offense.
Oh, fumble!
Wow.
And does North recover it? It looks like North may have recovered that fumble.
Wow. That is just huge as Maceo Mitchell comes in and gets that sack, as you see here, coming off. Forces that fumble, gets off, battered around a little bit, and they fall on it. Huge play there. Maceo Mitchell coming off the ball, getting to the runner, and forcing that fumble. Huge play there. Great momentum booster. Let's see what the Indians can do with this very good field position from the Lancer 39-yard line.
Definitely a confidence booster there as we look to see what North can actually produce in a really good field position, like you were saying.
That looks like they got a 3 wide receiver formation. Let's see if they pass it here. Timeout on the play by East.
All right. And while we're waiting here, be sure to head over to Broadmoor Bistro for fine dining every Wednesday night. You can make reservations online at broadmoorbistro.org.
Yeah, definitely good stuff, that Broadmoor Bistro.
All student run, very delicious food.
They've got a highly acclaimed culinary program there. Students from all over the district go there to pursue their personalized careers.
For those of you interested in joining the All Sports Booster Club, your membership fee will also include sitting in.
All right, we're coming out of the timeout huddle right here, waiting for North's 1st and 10 drive.
Join the All Sports Booster Club soon. It's a great cause and a great group of people.
Let's see what North can do. Coming back out of this timeout with only a 1 receiver formation, as you can see there at the bottom of your screen. Ricky Gonzalez. Let's see what they can do here. Wow.
Leaps over.
Mike Williams going airborne on that one. Gain of about 3 yards on the play, as you see here. Little inside handoff. Goes airborne.
Tries to just jump over that defender. Guess it worked though. Got him a few extra yards.
Yeah, I guess he's getting in the Halloween spirit a little early. Trying to be Superman out there. Gain of about 2 on that run.
Nick
Finazzo drops back to pass.
Oh, nearly intercepted. Number 36. Definitely not happy. Should have had that. I'm sorry, not number 36. Number 30. Connor Relihan.
Yeah, you know he wanted that one. That would have been a huge momentum swing back to the Lancers. Right after that fumble, you know they want to get it back. Just a little underthrown by Finazzo there. 3rd and 7 for the Indians now. Back in that little pistol formation that they run, sends a man in motion.
Number 13 outside, cutting in.
Jacob Langley on the carry for the
Sends a man in
Indians, brought down
motion.
from behind by David Stewart.
Doesn't look like it's going to be enough for the first down.
Yep, we see here again, Langley coming in on the outside, cutting in. Not many yards on that. It's going to be 4 and 3 now.
Yeah, Jacob Langley, the one thing that he doesn't have, that he can't make up for, is the size. He's only 5'6", 152 pounds, whereas the first string running backs are, oh, they're going for it. I don't think it's going to be enough, though.
Michael Williams carrying the ball for the Indians,
Not enough
brought
on
down
that
for
one
Ryan
at all.
Carter. Gain of 1 yard on the play.
That's what I want to see from North, though. You want to see something going for it on 4th down. You want to see a little bit of a momentum shifter. If they would have gotten that, that would have been very solid for them.
First down, Lance.
Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize, and now they're going to give the ball back to Jordan Darling and this Lancer offense.
Let's see how morales are high in this Lancer offense. Not scoring any points so far here in the second quarter. And the run is stopped. About a gain of 3.
Tackle made by number 10, Noah Willis.
Sam Stewart on the carry. Gain of 2 yards.
A run, something you don't see very often from this Lancer offense. Something you might see more of this game, though, considering that the Indians give up over 200 rushing yards a game.
Number 88 with a good catch with his fingertips. What a great connection there.
Jordan Darling, what a player he is. Putting the ball right there, right on the money. Doesn't miss a step, catches the ball in rhythm.
The connection made to number 88, the tight end, Billy Sutherland.
First down on the play. The Lancers are going to have the ball on the 46-yard line. Let's see what they can do after that first down.
They hand the ball off. He goes down the middle. And wow, gets the first down and is stopped at the 40-yard line.
Sam Stewart on the first
Solid
down
run there,
carry
as you
for
see
the
here.
Lancers.
Good run protection by number 70 there.
David Stewart just finding that open hole, weaving through defenders, and he finally gets the first down and a lot more.
Yeah, definitely important for this.
Oh, just barely out of the reach of number 19,
Incomplete.
Nick
Intended for
Priot.
Nick Priot. Broken up by
That's
Indians.
solid coverage there. That's what the Indians need to do. They just need to lock down those receivers.
2nd and 10.
And Jordan Darling won't have anybody to pass to.
Once again, right out of the fingertips of number 19. I mean, if you get a hand on it, you definitely need to close down and catch the ball. Definitely don't want to get the, oh, and it's a fake. Oh, and it's fumbled, and he recovers it. That was very risky. Number 16, the quarterback.
Yeah, they just ran a little quarterback keeper. Sends 4 wide receivers. Just a little draw play there. Pokes the ball out, but falls right back on it. Good awareness by Darling there. This is my bad.
Very lucky to get a touch on that ball. Darling not protecting it as well as he could have been. He's got to be aware of that when he runs it. And number 46 finds the open hole. And he's finally stopped by a mob of Indians.
Let's see. That's going to be good enough for a first down. That's one thing the Indians haven't done. They haven't forced the Lancers into a 4th down situation. The only stop that they've had this game was a forced fumble by Maceo Mitchell. Let's see if they can get a stop here. Very important. Don't want to let them score. Make it 28-0.
He's 1st and 10. Pass to number 30.
Just wide open. He's too wide open, especially with however many connections they've had. They've had almost 90 connections so far this season. That's Number 30, Connor Rellahan.
Connor Rellahan, definitely his favorite receiver to go to on this Lancer offense.
Yeah, and he was just too wide open. I don't know if the Indians were in a little bit of zone coverage, but they just got some miscommunication. He was too wide open. Luckily, he stumbled, luckily for the Indians, and wasn't able to get into the end zone.
Oh, number 44 goes into the end zone, and that's another Shawnee Mission East touchdown. Number 44, Dave Stewart.
That's his second touchdown of the game. As you see here, just a simple inside handoff, follows his blockers, and he's gone.
No
Great
chance.
run.
No chance by the defense on that for North.
Number 24, set back to take the PAT, Will Humphrey.
All right, in the PAT, there we go. It is now 28 Shawnee Mission East to 0 North.
Yeah, this East team is really good, especially this offense. They're just making it look easy. They're making it look like this is what they do, and this is what they do. That's for sure. This East team, very solid at passing as well as running.
Oh yeah.
Another thing, just to kind of keep your eye on, these linemen don't get enough credit for East. Jordan Darling hasn't had nearly any pressure so far this game.
It's very nice to see a little diversity. We do know that Jordan Darling is their center of the East offense, but it is nice to see some running plays. So.
Yeah, that's definitely an attest to East scouting. They know that the Indians aren't very good at stopping the running game, and they've had 3 running touchdowns. I think that's what Coach Graylis wanted to do, is just keep the ball out of Darling's hands as much as possible. They want to make East run the football. Unfortunately, they've been doing that very well tonight so far. 3 touchdowns on the ground so far.
Here we go with the kickoff. Long one to the 10. And he's going down the middle, and he's stopped at about the 25. Number 25 on that run, Isaiah Shields.
Isaiah Shields will be another guy that you'll see getting a few carries with this into backfield for the Indians. I think those injuries can be kind of attributed to the majority of running plays that the Indians run. Everybody knows that they're going to be running the football, and so they're going to target those running backs. You better hope that Mike Williams and Jacob Langley don't get hurt, because after that, not a whole lot of depth.
Definitely.
As you see there, loss of about 1 on the play. This East defense, though their offense is very explosive, this defense is really solid. One of the most famed games so far this season is when they won against Olathe South, the defending state champions, 3-0, not allowing any points.
Not much on the run there.
Number 21, Jeb Gilman with the run. It'll be 3rd and 10 here for the Indians. You gotta say, they should pass the ball.
Yep, definitely. At a 3rd and 10 drive, you definitely want to get it out of that backfield area. And you just want to get some yards down the field.
The Indians have a lot of speed on their team. They just need to get their guys in space.
That's certainly not doing it, just a run off tackle there. They need to run some screen plays, some bubble plays, something to get Caleb Denman or Mike Williams into some space, because that's where they do a lot of their damage. They're very fast backs, and if they can make somebody miss, they'll be gone. But if they continue to run the ball down the middle, they're just not big enough to play this pounded out kind of running game.
Yeah, they, North coming into this game, they're not doing as well as they could be, I believe. And there's the long snap almost blocked again by number 45. And we'll see where this gets on their field advantage.
Down at about the 45-yard line. Number 45 definitely could taste the football again on that. Nearly gets the blocked punt again. Second one today. Just getting off the line really quickly, David Stewart.
Oh, yeah. David
Ball
Stewart.
hawk.
Yep, David Stewart, very fast. He is willing to get in the face of that kicker and just try and go for the punt block.
All right, here's the ball back with the Slancer offense. Let's see what they can do here.
Handoff to 44. Goes on the outside, still going down to about the 40.
Late flag coming in. So about the
20-yard line or 20-yard run for Sam Stewart. And there is a flag on the play, so we will go down to the field, see what the ref decision is on this one.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Spot of the foul. Still first down.
All right, so that 20-yard run, all for nothing with that holding call. You got to be careful with those blocks.
Yeah, the Slancer offensive line is very solid, both in pass blocking and run blocking. Just got a little antsy and didn't want to give up the yards.
And finding number 30 once again, his favorite receiver on this team, Connor Relihan. And as we can see on this replay, drops back, finds him, jumps up in the air. Not much room to run, but it is a caught pass.
There's Jacob Langley on the tackle, playing both sides of the ball. Usually just playing safety for this Indian team. And
it is now 2 and 6. We go here for East. And he's gone. He's going 30, 20, 10. And he gets into the end zone, number 46. What a great run, Patrick Blackburn.
He just did a fantastic job there of following his blockers, being patient. As you can see here, just a handoff to the outside. He's got blockers there. Finds the gap and finishes. Powerful running there.
What a great run. Angles his body to get into that end zone.
Great block there by number 51, Jack Fisher, as well.
Now we go down to the field for a little PAT. And there we go. It is now 35-0.
Yeah, this North defense needs to figure out some way to keep this Lancer team from putting points on the board. 35 points already in the first half. The Indians need to disguise some blitzes. They need to throw something at the Lancers that they're not expecting, because so far they've done everything that's on the scouting report, and East has been ready for it.
Don't forget
35 points.
Don't forget, tomorrow is also the state cross-country meet at Rimrock. It's going to be great. 4 out of the 5 district teams are going to be there.
Yeah, definitely going to be a very fun day out at Lawrence for the cross-country meet. Allie Cash coming in as the #1 ranked girl in the state from Shawnee Mission West. Showed a video on her last episode of Shawnee Mission Sports. Here we go with the kickoff by number 24, Will Humphrey. And with 3 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in this first half, the Indians need to put some points on the board here. They had a chance early, some good field position off a long pass, and missed the field goal. They just need to put something on the board, some points on the board before halftime here to give them a little momentum, give them something to get going in the second half.
At this rate, I don't see North winning, but you know, things have happened before. And you see there in the backfield, number 25 drops the ball, and he was tackled short at about the 10-yard. Not very many yards on that.
Yeah, he's not happy
return.
with himself. I'm sure the cold plays a little bit of a factor in there. Hard to catch a ball in these conditions, but still he needs to be prepared for that, and that costs his team some yards.
Definitely.
Looks like they're going to be pinned back inside their own 10. They're at the 8-yard line. They're going to have a long field to score here in under 4 minutes here with 3:43 remaining.
Have to be careful not to lose any yards here for the fear of a safety.
Let's see what they can do.
And they get the run, handoff.
Inside the tackles again by number 36, Mike Williams. It's interesting, they haven't been using Caleb Denman as much as I'd expected. We saw him hobbling off the sidelines the second play from scrimmage earlier in this game. Hopefully he's all right. Of course, Mike Williams and Jacob Langley getting a lot of carries. You see there, Langley getting the ball on the outside, turns the corner, and finds about 2 yards. Looks like they're going to have a 3rd and 5, it looks like, as you see here, breaking it to the outside. Tackle made by number 88, Billy Sutherland. Nick Finazzo calling the play. Let's see if his number is going to be called here. They've got a receiver down at the bottom of your screen, Marcus Oropeza. Looks like they're going to hand it off. And he stops short of the first down.
We do need to see more of a passing game from North if they do expect to get out of this horrible field position.
Yeah, looks like they're going to have to punt again with a short field. It'll be 4th and 3. I don't know if they should go for it here just because it's so risky giving them the ball back with such a short field in the possibility of them not making it. So it doesn't look like they're going to be punting it here. Short snap.
4 and 2, and yep, that's going to give East a great field advantage for possibly another touchdown.
He's just swallowed up, swamped by East defenders. Short snap gives him time, and he just can't find any space.
Whole troop of Lancers just take him down, and that's going to give East, like I said, a very great field advantage.
Yeah, they're going to have the ball back at their Indian 11-yard line with 1:45 remaining. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they put the ball in the end zone here once again before halftime. Handoff, here you go. Short gain. Solid defense there by the Indian line. Ball at the 10-yard line as the clock continues to run. Under 1.5 minutes remaining in this first half as the East Lancers lead the Shawnee Mission North Indians 35-0.
Snap. That was actually number 10 to them, Christian Blesson.
Yeah, and they want to continue to give him snaps just because he's a junior and Darling won't be there next year. Giving him some confidence for the upcoming season.
Jordan Darling just getting a little rest there. Still remains off the field. Number 10, Christian Blesson, remains on field.
Let's see if he can get his team in the end zone with 44 seconds left. 3rd and 8 here. Drops back to pass.
And it's caught. And that is another great touchdown catch by number 82, Alec Dean.
And that's just a solid throw. This East team has given their quarterbacks enough time to find their open receivers. Second passing touchdown of the game. Just put the ball right on the money. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Lancers.
Yeah, so now that'll bring our score to 41, East, North 0, and we will see about this after touchdown point.
Snap is good. The hold.
PAT is up and it's good. So now your score is East 42, your North Indians 0.
Yeah, that's definitely not the way the Indians wanted the first half to go. Definitely didn't want to get down in this hole. Being down 42-0 is a huge deficit to overcome. Not saying it's impossible, but they're really going to need to change some things at halftime. Coach Graylis is going to have to figure out something to do offensively to put some points on the board, and also defensively. Giving up 42 points in a half is definitely not what they want to do.
You are correct. They do. I almost want to. I want them to pass a lot more. You know, North. We already saw in the first quarter, Nick Finazzo. He did have that great pass down the field, got him some extra yards. Really great yard. And if we saw more of that, it might be a different story.
Yeah, he's only had one completion so far tonight, but that really doesn't do him justice. He's had 2 passes dropped already on him. Put him right on the hands. And he shouldn't be penalized for that. He's a solid quarterback. They just got to hope that they can start hauling those balls in, start getting some yards, start getting some momentum, doing something positively in this second half. As we wind down this first half, 34 seconds left. Number 24, Will Humphrey, set to kick it off again in a conventional kickoff formation. Takes the ball from the 1.
Using that speed to get downfield, and another stop at the 25-yard line.
27 seconds left. As you see here, takes the ball, finds the hole. Tackle made by number 9, Will Oakley. The ball is going to be on the 26-yard line. They got a long field with 26 seconds to go. Let's see if they're just going to run out the clock with some running plays, or if they're going to take a shot down the field. They have a guy. Oh, timeout taken. Timeout taken by the Lancers.
Yeah, quite an unusual timeout with only 25 seconds left to go in this first half.
Yeah, there might have been some confusion on coverages or something downfield for the Lancers, and they didn't want to risk giving up an easy touchdown right before the half, giving North any momentum going into halftime. Something that North definitely wants to try to do here is put the ball in the end zone. Don't know if it's going to be possible with 25 seconds left, but that would definitely be ideal for them, just to get some momentum going into halftime.
Yeah, and also build some momentum and build, like you said, and also build some morale on the, not only just for the players, but for the fans who haven't witnessed a win all season.
Yeah, they definitely need to give the fans something to cheer for here. So got the ball in the pistol formation, hands it off to Mike Williams. Keeps the legs turning, solid gain of about 6 yards. As the clock continues to run, looks like that might take us to the end of the half. Let's see, looks like they're getting in a little hurry up. I think this is what they need to be doing more often.
See
if they get the play off.
And they hand it off for the last play of the half, and he's, ooh. Oh, and what a great run. And there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a horse-collar tackle. I'm not sure how much he cares, though, just because time is going to be out on this, the first half of this game. Very solid run, but let's see what the call is. I think that's going to just take us to the end of the half.
Oh, they are waving it off.
That's going to take us to the end of the half in this matchup between the Shawnee Mission North Indians and the Shawnee Mission East Lancers, as the Lancers are running off the field.
All right, and with that, the close of the half, we are going to send it over to a break.
Let's go East! Here we go! Let's go East!
We will send it down to the field and with Perry for an interview.
Hi, I'm here with Sam Brown, Athletic Director for Shawnee Mission East. Mr. Brown, how are you feeling about today's game?
Well, I think the seniors are really responding well to what Coach Sherman had talked to them about, just coming out and doing their best and trying to prepare for their last game as far as the non-playoffs, and I think the kids have done a great job. I looked offensively, and I think we've scored a lot of points on about 21 plays, so I think our seniors have really done a nice job.
It's been a great game. How's the team prepared thus far?
Well, I think, you try to go one game at a time, but obviously knowing the North record and knowing that we're in the playoffs, it's a great opportunity for us to, that last series was our JV team and our second team defense, so it gives us an opportunity to play some kids that don't have a chance, and maybe we can stay healthy for the playoffs.
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Brown, and we're back to the booth.
Our own Scott Johnson and Nick Schwarczewski will tell us what the North Tribe is all about. What a great piece, Scott. Thanks for that, showing us what the Indians are about, really.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to send it down to the field just with a little video of the drum line right now. As you can see, the drum line there performing to the Lancers. Got the cymbals, the bass, the All right, they just do a great job there.
The
The
Shawnee East
Lancers
drum
with
line.
their drum line and their band. We had a chance to catch up with some of the Lancers during practice today to talk about their football program.
To prepare for North, we came to practice all week with a positive attitude, and we all worked really hard and learned our assignments really well. Ultimately, our team goal for the year obviously is to win state, so we still have a long way to go, but hopefully we can get it done. Beating Olathe South, who was the state championship winner last year, and it was a lot of fun when all the fans stormed the field and to get to share it with them.
My favorite memory was probably beating Shawnee Mission South, one of our school rivals, and that was a fun game to play in. Our team goal this year is definitely to win state and get as far as we can and hopefully take it home.
Favorite memory so far was easily when we beat Olathe South. It was just such a great team win. Everyone came together, you know, offensively, defensively, obviously, because it was a shutout, and Humphrey got that game-winning kick, and that was awesome. And it was it felt like we had won state that after that win, and we just had a really great time.
The way I prepared for the North game was getting myself as better each day in practice. You know, just like another week of football. Obviously, the goal for the football team is to win state and to go as far as we can this season.
Special thanks to John Moore, Nick Krask, and Will Cray for putting that video together for us.
And now we're going to head down onto the field for another interview with Paragon.
Hi, I'm here with Miss Arns Helgeson, but you go by
Yoda.
And how did you get that name?
Many years ago, we were talking about history and the way it's a journey, and a kid said, "You're like Yoda. You unleash the force within." Short, wrinkled, green. It stuck. I've been Yoda ever since.
Well, that sure is interesting. Now, what do you teach here at East?
I teach AP US History and Sociology.
All right. How are you feeling about the game thus far?
Oh, the game is going great. The Lancers are moving the ball, and we're getting a lot of kids a chance to play. North doesn't seem to be able to stop us, whatever we do. And even on a cold night, we've got a lot of warm Lancer spirit out there. Great attendance from our fans, from parents. The band is being honored. The drum line was awesome. Cold night, warm Lancer hearts. It's a great night.
It really is a great night here at South Stadium. Thank you, Yoda. And back to you guys at the booth.
All right, we're back here at Shawnee Mission South District Stadium with the matchup between the Shawnee Mission North Indians and the Shawnee Mission East Lancers. As you can see there, the band is playing. We're at halftime right now with about just under 3 minutes left at halftime. As you can see there, the score. Shawnee Mission East really taking it to Shawnee Mission North here with both their passing game, as expected, from Jordan Darling, but also their running game, led by Sam Stewart, Dave Stewart, and Patrick Blackburn. They have really been taking it to the Indians, and hopefully the Indians can turn it around in this second half. 42 points, kind of a big deficit for them to overcome, but it's possible. As we listen in to the East song playing right now. As you can see, the Lancers taking the field, doing their warm-ups, getting ready and prepared for this second half. Just a little bit of a reminder, Shawnee Mission North is going to be hosting a blood drive on November 2nd. Anybody that is wanting to donate blood for a good cause, the Community Blood Bank will be at North on November 2nd. Students as well as parents will be allowed to donate. Another reminder, Legally Blonde will be the musical for the fall for Shawnee Mission North. Tickets are being sold now, and shows are going to be November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. As you can see, the Indians are taking the field now for their warm-ups. They really got to step up their game in the second half if they want to have a chance to make this a close game. It's not impossible, but it's definitely going to be a challenge for them. What do you think?
Well, yeah, you're right. It is going to be hard for them to catch up now. You know, East has been playing a great game so far.
Definitely.
Just all their players on form. North,
of course, this game being in the district of the 3 district games to make the playoffs, East as well as North and Shawnee Mission Northwest and Shawnee Mission West are in their district this season. Top 2 in each district are going to make it to the playoffs. East looking very strong to make a playoff push, especially in this game. They look like they're at peak performance right here at the very end of the season, which is when they want to be peaking. Still got plenty of games to the state championships, but I could definitely see them playing in that game against possibly even a Shawnee Mission West team.
Yeah, West is looking very strong this year, only losing 1 game to Leavenworth very early in the season, about the 2nd game. And, you know, ever since then, they've come off with a win every time. And it's great. And East, of course, in 4th right now, 6-2 record. I mean, they're doing tremendous as well.
Both teams looking very strong. As we saw in that video, most of the East players are have that confidence after beating Olathe South in that game 3-0. It's a very defensive-oriented game. Kind of give them some momentum. Since then, they've been 2-2, however, losing games to West last week and also losing to Lawrence Free State a couple weeks before that.
Lawrence Free State, a very tough team to beat this year. Free State is first in the division, followed by Lawrence. Big rivalry right there. And that game is coming up. And, you know, whoever loses that game gives West a third in the league, or
yeah,
second
really,
in the league.
3 teams standing at 7-1. That's Free State, Lawrence, and West. Shawnee Mission East right behind. As we have a little game update, West leads Shawnee Mission Northwest 19-7 at halftime. So that'll be big for them. That really looks like if that score holds true throughout, it looks like East and West will be the teams representing this district. As you see there, the Indians regrouping for this second half. They really got to take it as a new game, 0-0. As we see, they've got to regroup, stay as a unit, stay as a team.
Oh yeah, we definitely want to see a better second half from North. A lot more passing I want to see from them, getting more on the outside because those middle runs are not working for them very well.
Yeah, Nick Finazzo really hasn't gotten a whole lot of opportunities to throw the ball, under 50 pass attempts so far this season. However, I'd really like to see what he can do with the ball. We're going to throw it down to Perry again on the field.
With Dr. Krawitz, the principal of Shawnee Mission East. Mr. Krawitz, how are you feeling about tonight's game?
Well, obviously it's going pretty well. When you're ahead 42-0 at the half, that's pretty good.
It has been definitely a great game. How do you feel about the season overall?
I think the season's gone well. I know that they probably were looking to do a little bit better against the two teams we lost, but, you know, we may have an opportunity to play them again.
Well, I do think it's been a great game, and thank you for your time.
You betcha.
That's all for us.
Thank you, Perry. As we get ready to kick off this second half, the Indians, of course, trailing the Lancers 42-0. As Armando Contreras gets set to kick off for the first time tonight. Deep to return, looks like number 9, Will Oakley.
And this kicks off the second half. That was a very good kick, and it looks like it's going to be for a touchback.
Solid kick by number 15, Armando Contreras there. Looks like the Lancers are going to have the ball at the 20-yard line. Let's see what they can do. That last drive, they put in their JV squad just to see what they could do. And they scored. Scoring that last touchdown before the half with under 40 seconds to go. So see what they can do. Looks like they still got him out there. Number 10, Christian Blesson, the junior. Let's see what he can do.
Like you said, they have their JV squad out there right now, just getting them some play time.
Number 6 with the carry, Charlie White, the 6'2", 180-pound sophomore. You see there, sends him in motion. Finds the gap. Tackle made by number 15, Armando Contreras.
All right, and we can see if we get more passing game from this East offense, get down the field and score some more points.
Drops back.
And he gets sacked.
Sacked by number 54, Will Carter, the senior, playing like it's his last game because it very well might be. As you can see here, just nowhere to go with the football. Gets off his blocker. Boom, takedown, Will Carter.
Very great sack. A great vision of where the QB was, and he took him down.
Loss of about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8 here from the Lancer 22-yard line.
And number 28, keep going, spins off him, and he is finally brought down. Number 28, Micah Dodson.
As you see here, they're just eating up this North defense. Couldn't get the first down, but just piling up those yards.
It's now going to be 4th and 5th. And the punt team is now on the field. Number 13 in the backfield, Jacob Langley, set to return this punt.
Number 10 set to punt the ball, Christian Blesson.
Christian Blesson to punt for the Lancers.
Snap and punts it. A high punt.
Great punt by Blesson down at about the 41-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 42 of the Indians.
And we'll see what Shawnee Mission North can produce on their first drive of the second half.
Yeah, I think they just need to act like it's a new game. It's a new ball game. They just got to take it one possession at a time. That's the only way they're gonna score 42 points. Can't score 42 points in one play. They just got to keep pounding it out and see if they can find a way to cut down this deficit.
Oh, yeah.
As you see at the bottom of your screen, just barely, you can see Orpeza. Hand off to Mike Williams.
Gain of about 2-3 yards.
Michael Williams.
It'll be second and 7 on the play.
2nd and 7, brought down by Donald Gentry.
It is now 2-7. We'll see what they pull out here. Another run down the middle.
Mike Williams with a solid gain there. If you're just joining us, as you can see here, play out off tackle. Mike Williams not expected to get a whole lot of carries this season. Henry Bell and Jesse Patterson and Mario Lewis, all solid runners for the Indians, have been plagued with injuries this season. So Mike
Once
Williams has
again
been
down
able
the middle,
to,
but finding a hole, and he has got the first down.
huge run there by Mike Williams, just finds the hole, explodes through it, gets the first down.
First down on the play, brought down by Will Mitchell.
Tackle made by number 84, Will Mitchell.
All right, it is now 1st and 10. Let's see how they do coming off that good run down the middle.
Let's see. These runs have really been able to set up play action. Let's see if they can take advantage of that here. Nick Finazzo sends him in motion. Gives it off to him again. Finds a hole. Wow. Solid gain of about 14 yards there by Mike Williams. He's really taking it out on this Lancer defense this drive.
That will make it back-to-back first downs for him, as he is really, truly showing how he can run.
Yeah, he's running with passion right now. Definitely wants to get to that end zone, put some points on the board for his team. That's what they need to do, just pick away at this big lead. Let's see if they can do it again. There it is. They just read it perfectly. Doesn't look like he ran the right hole there. It looked like they had some opened up on the inside. And just ran right into number 75, Dane Lofquist.
The outside run not a success. Something I was hoping to see from them a little bit more, but obviously that is not working. They do tend to go down the middle, and it works for them.
Hand off to Jacob Langley. He has a hole. He has a blocker. Inside the 15. It's going to be another North first down.
And we are now in the red zone. Let's see if North can put some points up on the board. They are truly acting like it is a different ball game this half.
Yep, moving the chains. That's what they got to do. Just take it down by down. Continue to get those first downs. They'll get closer to that end zone, put some points on the board. Just get chipping away at this lead. Hand off to Williams again. Gain of about 4 there. Let's see what they can do here. Inside the 10, they really need to score some points here. They can smell the end zone. What do you think they got to do to get in?
Well, you know, they've been running down the middle lately, so if they switch it up, maybe a short screen pass to run it in, or maybe even just a little lob over their defense, I think that'll really catch them off guard and maybe get them a touchdown.
Yeah, number 7 down at the bottom of the screen, you can see Marcus Oropeza has single coverage. A quick little screen might not be a bad call right here. Let's see what they do, though. Handoff, he has some space, and he's in! Touchdown, Shawnee Mission North.
Number 13, Jacob Langley on that run. Very great finding that hole, catching up with his blockers and running into the end zone.
As you can see here, sends him in motion. He just keeps his eyes up, sees that end zone, and gets in. Great run by Jacob Langley. Great blocking by that Indian line. Let's see here if Armando Contreras can tack on this extra point.
And the extra point, and it's good. That's going to be North 7, Shawnee Mission East 42.
Now, if I were the Indians, I wouldn't relax right now. Still down 5 touchdowns. But that's definitely going to be a confidence booster for the Indians there. They're gonna know that they can run on this defense. They're gonna know that they can score now on this defense. They just got to get stops.
Oh yeah, definitely playing like it is a different ball game. If they keep showing that throughout the game, it could be relatively close, and they could come back and maybe tie it up.
Yeah, I mean, if East can score 42 points and a half, so can North. They got to pick up their defense, though. Solid looking drive there for the Indians.
And the second time the North kicking team has come onto the field.
6:31 remaining in the third quarter. The East Lancers still lead the North Indians 42-7. Armando Contreras set to kick off. Number 6 and number 9 back to receive for the Lancers. Charlie White and Will Oakley.
Oh.
A little squib kick right to number 84.
Line drive and caught it right with his hands into his chest.
Number 84, Will Mitchell. No return on the play. Don't know if he was trying to squib it, trying to go for the onside kick. Either way, the Lancers are going to have solid field position at their own 46-yard line.
Let's see if North has the same defense they had their East first possession. See if they could stop them and turn it over.
Quarterback keeper. Running it up the gut. Christian Blesson.
Yeah, a pretty nice QB sneak for a gain of a few yards.
As it continues to get colder here at Shawnee Mission South District Stadium, the players keeping warm, keeping their spirits high. Indians wanting to hold the Lancers to only 4 downs this possession. Let's see if they can do it. 2nd and 5.
Oh, and a drop. And he covers it, so.
That's going to be a loss of 1 yard. Unfortunate snap, and luckily he fell on it. Could have been a lot worse, but definitely not what they were looking for there.
And like you said, it is cold out here, approximately 39 degrees, supposed to get to 28 degrees. You know, it's good football playing weather because you are out there running around and sweating, so good for the football players, cold for the fans.
Yeah, definitely. But it looks like East really has a solid attendance here. Definitely have some of the best school spirit in the district.
Oh, number 6 finding that hole. He's gone. He's running 30. Gets to the 20 and is finally brought down. Great connection by QB.
Tackle saving the touchdown by Jeb Gilman, number 21. You just see that little bubble screen. Great block by number 84, Will Mitchell.
On that was Chris Blesson to Charlie White, the receiver. The sophomore this year, Charlie White. Great run.
Let's see what they can do here. Takes the ball under center, hands it off. Let's see if the Indians can keep him out of the end zone. They really don't want to give back those 7 points that they just worked so hard for.
That is true. They need to shut down this East offense if they hope to retaliate and put some more points on the board.
Yeah, they definitely could make this a close game, but I don't know if they can let East score more than 42 points. Let's see what they do here. Little bubble screen to number 82. Has a blocker, takes it to the outside. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 9-yard line. That'll be good for a first down for the Lancers.
82, Alec Dean on that play. Getting your Lancers a first down.
With 4:13 remaining in this third quarter, the Lancers can smell the end zone. 9 yards away. Let's see if they can put it in and score another touchdown. Put the Indians away. Hand off to number 33, James Woldridge. Short gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal now.
All right, 2nd and 6. Let's see what East can produce here. Man in motion. Oh, and it's the pitch. Outside. And he
looks like he's taken out for short gain. It'll be 3rd and goal. As you can see here, breaks it to the outside.
28.
Langley getting tackle there.
28, Micah Dodson on that run.
Yeah, and this is the Lancers' 2nd string. A lot of their JV guys playing, and they just look really strong. This Lancer team will be a team to reckon with on into the future next year and the year after that, with some strong-looking sophomores like Charlie White.
Oh, and the pass, and 84 catches it. Number 84 with the reception, Will Mitchell. Great connection once again, making it making the point deficit a lot larger.
Yeah, I admit it. That definitely isn't what the Indians wanted there. They're wide open. Great play, great pass, great find by number 10, Christian Blessing. As the PAT unit comes onto the field. Number 33 set to kick it.
All right, and it is good. That means your score is Shawnee Mission East Lancers 49 and your North Indians 7.
As you can see, there's some team unity, I guess, by the Lancers wanting to keep their hands warm for this rest of the game. With just under 3 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter. Let's see if North can get those points back. They worked so hard for them in that first drive of theirs, and it just really kills them to give it back right there. So let's see what they can do to get it back.
H&R Block, J.E. Dunn Construction, Kessinger Hunter, Preferred Health Professionals, Tax Favored Benefits, the Stewart Family, and Taylor Made All. Thanks again to all our sponsors for their support of Shawnee Mission East
Let's see
football.
as 24 gets set to kick it off. Will Humphrey. Just as a little reminder, it is senior night here for the Lancers. Definitely putting up a good performance in that first half. Those seniors, that first team. You can see all of the seniors there for the Lancers that have been so dedicated to this football program. Definitely their work has paid off.
As it shows, and kick off here, finding an open hole, staying on his feet, and is finally brought down at about the 29.
Caleb Denman on the return.
Taylor, 1st and 10, Indians.
Just as a little reminder here, this is our last football game for Shawnee Mission Sports. We will have girls basketball during basketball season coming up. We'll be broadcasting 3 games. That'll hand off to Williams again. No gain on the play. That's stifling Lancers defense.
Yeah, they should go to the air a few times in this drive, I feel. Get some better field position and definitely, hopefully, put some points on the board.
Yeah, I'd like to see them pass it a little bit more. I know that's not what they're used to, but Nick Finazzo's looks solid when he has thrown the ball. They just need to shake things up a little bit, maybe a little no huddle, just something to give life to this stagnant North offense.
They do need to trust their receivers and hopefully get some passes off.
There's Finazzo in that little pistol formation. With a handoff to Langley. He's got an open hole. Breaks it to the outside, down the hash lines. He's got the first down.
What a great run by Langley. And we can see here for this replay, reverse right there, finds an open hole and gets the first down.
Yeah, North really likes to get their backs in motion, run that little wing back swing play. Runner to the outside. As you can see, number 13 Langley there, the wing back. They usually send him in motion. Mike Williams gets the carry there. Good combination of these two backs.
Definitely showing that they really don't need their first string and second string fullbacks to really do something here. I mean, they really have some great younger underclassmen who can lead the way so far this game.
Yeah, definitely. Langley, only a sophomore, has the only touchdown for the Indians this game. Looking very solid. Let's see what North can do here. Another run to Williams. I'd really like to see them pass the ball. Really, they haven't passed the ball since really the first quarter, even when they had that really big play to Max Payne wide open down the field.
Oh yeah. If
definitely know that they're not gonna be passing it, and that's kind of what's caused them to not have as much success in the running game as they'd like.
With all these runs about every down, you're gonna wear out your running backs. You don't want to risk another injury.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing. They've been running the ball, and everybody knows that, and they kind of paid the price for it with their leading backs. As you see here, nasty tackle by Will Oakley there. Looks like it's going to be a horse collar. Let's get the call from the official.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
And just like that, the Indians, 23 yards from the end zone. Let's see if they can put it in again, as we're coming upon 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Hand off to Williams, and he's just got nowhere to go. That Lancer defense has been solid all night, only allowing 7 points in almost 3 whole quarters.
Yeah, you definitely want to see North score some more points, have some more morale in their team, and get a big energy boost for the fans. Not much to cheer about this 0-8 season, but you know, there's supporters who come out to every game, show a lot of good school spirit.
Yeah, this being the seniors' last game of the season, looks like they won't have a good showing. As you can see there, Langley gets the ball, breaks it to the outside. He's going to have a good future here in the Shawnee Mission North program.
All right, and that brings us to the end of the quarter.
Shawnee Mission East leading Shawnee Mission North 49-7. We're going to take a real quick break. All right, we're back here from Shawnee Mission South District Stadium as the Indians can smell the end zone. Starting this fourth quarter. Hand off to Williams. Looks like he's got enough to pick up the first down and move the chains. Let's see whether they're gonna. Yep, they're gonna move the chains. Give them the first down in the red zone. Let's see if they can capitalize on this field position. They've only targeted Oropeza twice tonight.
They are going to try and get this first down, or touchdown, sorry.
Yep, they're Looks like they're sticking to the ground game, what they've been doing all season. I mean, Coach Graylis, definitely what he's comfortable with. What they've had a lot of success with, leading the Sunflower League in rushing yards. However, it's not about leading the league in yards. It's about making the playoffs, winning ball games, and not exactly what they've wanted to do.
As we see Langley here, ooh, he was hit hard, brought down. Not too much of a gain there, and I think even a quick screen here could throw him off guard and, give him a touchdown. But the very stubborn run game right here by North not pulling through.
Yeah, the Indians haven't passed for a touchdown all season. All of their touchdowns have come on the ground. I'd like to see him get a running touchdown here. Let's see if they can do anything in the air. With 3rd and 4 here.
Yep,
A
there's
little
the
pitch.
outside pitch. And, fumble right at the end zone. The worst place you could possibly fumble on the run. He was so close, almost stretched in there, but, the East defense just shut him out and got the fumble.
Has some space, just needs to protect the ball a little more. That's especially where you want to put 2 hands on it for sure, and not what he was able to do. A yard away from the end zone. Can never relax until you hear the whistle blow.
That is true, and speaking of that, got to be careful also in this field position. You don't want to relax and get a safety right here.
Yeah, this is dangerous territory for the Lancers, but definitely better than giving up a touchdown. Let's see if they can get out of this jam. Great defense by the Lancers there.
Thank you to Ron and Sports Care for everything you do for our student athletes.
Quarterback keeper just keeps his leg moving. Moves that pile. Gets out to about the 10-yard line. That'll give him some breathing room. Gain of 6 on the play.
And if you're just joining us here, North about to get a touchdown, but stopped short and actually fumbled it, and East recovered. So now it is 49 East, 7 North.
2nd and 3 Lancers from their own 10-yard line.
Let's see what this Lancer second string can do.
2nd and 4 right now.
With Christian Blesson at the helm. A handoff to number 33.
23, Jackson Gossett.
See if they can convert this 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 2 from their own 12-yard line. Takes the snap under center. He's just swallowed by a swarm of Indians. It'll be 4th down and 4. They'll have to bring on the punting formation. Let's see if the Indians can get some momentum with this return. Langley, who's been having a solid game, set back to return.
And it looks like a flag's on the play. As you saw, one man running off the field, so they might have had too many people on the field for East.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to do, especially in this position. You want to give your kicker as much space as you can to get out of this end zone. Definitely an uncomfortable place to be punting the ball in.
Substitution, offense, half the distance, still 4th down.
Yeah, as we hear from the official there, illegal substitution. Well, should have some solid field position here. Let's see if they can get some momentum going with the solid kick return. Langley set up on the 40-yard line. Picks it up at about the 50. Breaks
Langley
the tackle.
finds the hole, breaks another tackle, and he is down at the 45.
He's having a solid game. That's a bummer. He looks like he's hurt. Let's hope that he's all right. Don't want another bat getting hurt for the Indians. He seems to be moving his arms and legs.
We see the return here, picks it up, finds a nice little hole there, breaks another tackle, and it's finally stopped.
Looks like he might have sprained his, looks like he's cramping up. Definitely, yeah, they're stretching him out there. His left calf looks like it's cramping up. He's a tough kid, but definitely not a fun thing to have happen to you, especially on such a cold night. We hope that he's all right. With 8:10 remaining here in the game, 49-7, the East Lancers lead the North Indians. All right, just we're going to take a quick break as Langley gets off the field.
Lancers, we want a touchdown. Lancers, we want a touchdown. Lancers,
As we see here, run down the middle by Mike Williams.
And the weather here is not going to stop dropping. It is getting colder, and the players are getting a little frozen out there.
Yeah, I'm sure. We're up here in the booth staying nice and toasty, but those players are out there in the wind. All the fans out here, props to them for staying out here, supporting their team no matter what.
Definitely the north side of the stadium with the fans over there. They have not left. They're going to support their Indians no matter what, thick and thin.
Yeah, definitely one of the better school spirit displays by the Indians. They're always here at all the games. Solid turnout for all of the activities. Panaza takes a snap, hands it off to Jeb Gilman. Breaks it to the outside. He has some space.
Oh, and he's knocked out hard out of bounds.
Clobbered out of bounds by number 9, Will Oakley. He's having a solid gain. Only a freshman, too. He is lit up as he goes out of bounds. Every hit hurts even harder when it's this cold, too.
All right, it is 2nd and 8, and we will see what North can do, inching closer to this touchdown.
Yep, they're at the 30-yard line. Let's see, handoff to Mike Williams. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down, move the chains. The Indians really haven't played all that bad here in the second half. It just hasn't been enough. They've kept the ball on the ground and kind of eaten up a whole lot of clock. I've only had a couple of drives here, but they've all been long-lasting drives. Of course, that last drive ending with a fumble on the 1-yard line, devastating for the Indians.
Yeah, so close to that touchdown, nearly within their grasp, and then it just gets crushed. Oh, but here we go again. Finds a hole. Oh, it gets tripped up, and he is close to the end zone, about 5 yards away.
Jeb Gilman on the run, getting some carries for Jacob Langley as you see him sent in motion. The injured Langley being replaced by Gilman. North just keeps bringing in all sorts of backs that keep performing at the on the ground game. Let's see North inside their own 5, inside the Lancers 5. Let's see what they can do. Hand off to Gilman again. Let's see. Does he get in?
He's
Touchdown, Indians.
Putting another 6 up on the board, giving their fans a little more to cheer about.
Jeb Gilman with the carry. Of course, third string wing back. Breaks the tackle. Keeps those legs moving and scores the touchdown. So you can hear the North band playing as you see the PAT is up.
And it's good. It's going to bring your score to North Indians 14, East Lancers 49.
As you can see there, the fans still supporting their team. Look at the Spirit flag waving. School song playing. Indian Pride. Of course, the Lancer faithful still here in the crowd, supporting their team. We got plenty to cheer about in this game, scoring 42 points in the first half. Looks like they're going to pull this one out. Still have 6 minutes remaining. Can't count the Indians out yet, but if this holds true, looks like the Lancers are going to move on to the playoffs.
Along with Shawnee Mission West.
There's Armando Contreras gets set to kick off again. We'd just like to remind everybody that Legally Blonde will be playing November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at Shawnee Mission North. Kick is up.
Oh,
takes an awkward
right
bounce.
through.
Picks it up about the 8. And he is just swallowed up by a sea of white.
The
initial hit by number 38. Max Payne.
The miscue with the hands and the ball on the ground, just fumbling through his legs. Brings them in a bad field position for East.
Yep, let's see if the Indians can capitalize on this. They're pinned against their own end zone. Let's see if the Lancers can get out of this. Number 7 in, taking the snap here, handing it off to number 23. Number 7, that is Gunnar England, the sophomore, getting some snaps in. Confidence booster for him, I'm sure. Number 82 runs onto the field to call in the play. Second and 10 here for the Lancers from their own 9-yard line. Shotgun formation. Drops back.
Launches it. And a diving catch, and that looks incomplete, and it is.
Good coverage on the play by the Indians.
Pass intended for 20.
Let's see. 3rd and long here for the Lancers. They've typically been pretty good on 3rd down. Last drive they did end the 4 and out. Let's see what they can do here. Gunnar England takes the snap, hands it off to number 28. Tackle made by number 76, Andrew Nichols.
With 5 minutes left, it is 3rd and 10.
It's going to be 4th down after that run. Let's see, back to punt is Christian Blesson. Really didn't see a whole lot as the punt is up.
Fair catch called.
Really didn't see a whole lot of Jordan Darling in this game. We saw a lot of him in the first half, mostly the first quarters when he was passing the ball a whole lot. Didn't really need him. Of course, he's the KU prospect, signed with him over the summer. Going there.
Yeah, you
really, quarterback.
You really don't want to, I mean, with 42 points up in the first quarter, first half, you don't really want to risk injury for these playoff games coming up.
Yeah, no need for injury here, especially with East looking to make a big run deep into the playoffs. All right, Nick Finazzo in the pistol formation has a man in motion.
There's flag on the play. While we're waiting for this call, don't forget about Plan 9 from Outer Space, the East Theater production, coming on November 8th, 9th, and 10th. And we'll go down to the field for the call.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That'll push the Indians back. Let's see what they can do. First and 15 here from the Lancer 48-yard line. Man in motion. Sends it off to Williams. Down like middle.
And don't forget also to mark your calendar to get some sweet treats created by students in the district's Culinary Arts program. Broadmoor Baking Fridays will be November 2nd, November 16th, December 7th, January 11th, February 15th, March 1st, April 5th, and also April 19th. Don't forget about that at all.
Those dates will be available on the website, ShawneeMissionSchoolDistrict.org.
Oh,
fumble.
Oh, it's a fumble and it's recovered.
Looks like it's fallen on by East. Just a little miscommunication on that snap there. As you can see here, just tries to get rid of it too soon. Recovered by number 51, Jack Fisher. As you saw on that drive, number 14 for the Indians, the backup quarterback Tyler Henry taking the snap. The Lancers will have good field position here.
Tyler Henry just trying to do a little throw ball, but that hasn't worked out, I guess.
Let's see what the Lancers can do here. Little shuffle pass.
Down the middle, finds a hole, gains a few extra yards, probably about 5 on the play, 4 or 5.
Yeah, and this Lancers second team, third team has really been looking solid. Of course, don't want any of your first string guys to be hurt, to get hurt for the playoffs, and they've been putting their second string guys out there, and they've really held their own against this Shawnee Mission North team. They'll be a force to reckon with into the future.
Gunnar England coming on, the sophomore QB for East.
Man in motion. Little handoff to number 23. Swallowed up for no gain. Looks like it'll be 3rd and 7. Just coming up on 2 minutes left in the game. Looks like East has this one wrapped up. 49-14. As we're right at 2 minutes here, you can see the Lancers huddling under the call of Gunnar England. Let's see what he can do. Drops back to pass. Has a man, number 82.
What a great catch. Oh, and he dropped it. And a flag is thrown on the field.
It's going to be recovered by the Indians. He just lost focus, I guess. He was wide open. Solid throw by England there. He just loses it. I guess they're going to say he had possession Lost it. That's going to be recovered by the Indians. Recovered by number 44. As you see here, Tyler Henry takes the snap. Gives it off to Williams. Williams has been having himself a game too. Second string, third string, back for the Indians. Of course, this being the last game for the seniors, for the Indians. Last game that they're going to be playing in their North uniform. Inside handoff, and
he is hit.
Smothered. He said, "You will have no yards."
That is 73 on the tackle. Will Kaiser just not letting him go anywhere on that. As we are 45 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
He is just swallowed. Just about 30 seconds left here in the game. Looks like this game is going to be wrapped up here real quick. Flag on the play is Mike Williams with another carry.
And there is another flag on the field.
Looks like there might have been a little pre-snap motion. Let's see what the call is. Let's get the call from the field.
Motion, offense, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
17 seconds left in the game here. Let's see.
They have a long way to go if they want this first down.
Yep, it'll be 3rd and 14 as the clock continues to run. They'll get one play off before Mike Williams gets the ball, dives forward, and that will be your final. The Shawnee Mission East Lancers take care of the Shawnee Mission North Indians 49-14.
Finishing off that season, now making Indians 0-9 on the season, winless.
Yeah, definitely not the way the Indians wanted to end their season. The season didn't go the way they wanted, as the Lancers will retain control of the Nut Cup. As you see here, as players congratulate each other, you can see all the sportsmanship and the respect for each other that all the teams here in the Shawnee Mission School District have for one another.
Definitely a great game played by both teams. Both teams played their heart out. East coming off the winners, making them 7-2.
Yep, and they'll definitely look to make a strong push for the state title and the playoffs this season. Here we go, an interview with the winning coach.
Hi, I'm Peregrine here down with Coach Sherman of Shawnee Mission East. Coach, how do you feel about the game?
I feel good. The kids played well, and the seniors went out on a high note, and that's good going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I bet you feel great about going into the playoffs. How do you guys prepare to go to the playoffs?
Well, we just got to continue to get better and keep doing what we've done all year and just keep doing the right things.
Tonight was a pretty cold night. How did your players cope with that during the game?
Oh, yeah, they don't get feeling it once they get going. They don't feel it, and it just kind of, get used to it,
Sure. All right, well, we have to go. Congratulations on making it to the playoffs and winning the game.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Perry.
Now, since this is our last broadcast for Shawnee Mission School District football, be sure to be tuned in for girls basketball coming on next season.
Yeah, and special thanks to Perry and Tom and everybody that helped film the game for us. It's really been fun doing all these games, especially thanks to you, Tyler.
Oh, thank you, Scott.
Thanks to the guys that made the video that we were able to show at halftime. It's really been fun. Good luck to the Lancers as they continue their season into the playoffs. Good luck to West as it seems like they are going to be making a strong push for the state championship as well. Just a lot of things to look forward to for both of those teams, and a lot of things to look forward to into girls basketball as well.
That is true. All right, well, for Scott Johnson and Tyler Williams, that's us signing off for our last football game this season. Thank you.
See ya.